Tom, I know we talked about a lot with this group, their resiliency, their ability to fight back. Are there any words left on how this group performs and defends?
Yeah, no, I thought it was a great team win. We started well, then we fell into a hole, then we fought our way out, and then we made tough plays down the stretch. I think that's huge for us.
I like the defense. You guys switched everything. It really mucked things up for them. How did you like your guys' execution defensively? The guys taking the challenge of guarding one-on-one.
Yeah, and they still, they got a number of threes up. And some of them, we have to do a better job. The rebounding, we have to make sure that we fix that. So some were good, some have to be a lot better. The important thing for us is to understand what it is. It's one win, and then understand that we have to reset and get ready for game 2.
Tom, can you talk about this team's resiliency?
Yeah, and it's been, this team has fought all year. It's been a pretty good road team. We've had to endure some things with guys being out, and I think over time that helps you. You build up your mental toughness and understanding how important that is. And it's like I said, it's one game. There's a lot of emotional highs and lows in a playoff, but no matter what happens, you have to keep moving forward.
When that ball falls off the rim at the end of regulation, just what's the regroup like in the huddle there?
Yeah, no, just it was a great look. Shot it great, didn't go in. That's part of the game. Next play. OG was terrific the whole game. Just multiple effort plays, that sort of thing. And then the thing I don't want to overlook is Josh was terrific also, but Cat had foul trouble, but the rebounding and making tough plays at the end, that was huge for us. And so I think when you think about that, if you look at his stats shooting wise, he helped us win, and that's the most important thing. And the same can be said for Mikal. Mikal came up with some big time rebounds in traffic, and then the steal at the end. And so whatever we have to do to find a way to win, that's the most important thing. So don't get wrapped up in any personal dilemmas or anything like that. Put the team first and just find a way to win.
Are you surprised at all that as you guys are mounting that comeback, and you just mentioned that Cat had foul trouble, they obviously tried to foul mention that you taking him out of the game, that they continued to launch as many threes as they did when you guys were down near third string center?
Yeah, and that's what they do, and again, I want to look at the quality of those shots, and oftentimes I thought there were scramble situations, ones in which I thought Holiday hurt us with his offensive rebounding. We got to make sure that we get a body on him. He's real quick to the ball. And as a team, they're quick to the ball. So we have to do a better job with that.
Tom, how do you think OG specifically did? There just seemed to be so mmany times where you guys were going to stop and OG would just be.
Yeah, he came up with a big steal too. Like he has a multiple effort mentality. He makes a lot of tough plays for us. He plays with physicality, but it's physicality with intelligence. There's not reckless fouls. It's body position. It's anticipation. It's thinking ahead. It's reading the play. It's reading the tendency. He's got great instincts for that.
With Mitch, they're obviously hacking and at times during the game. How does that change what you guys can do on the court?
Well, the thing that he does is he impacts the game, and so if they go to fouling him, you're weighing what's his impact. And I think he was a plus 13 or something when he was on the floor. So the reason why they're doing it is try to get him off the floor. And so what he does is he gives us the ability to switch more, but also rim protect and rebound. And then if they're not in the penalty or then we know we can leave them out there. Then we have to make decisions as we go from there.
You talk about the Cal's shots weren't falling, but the defense he played, he hit that three-pointer,
Yeah, the big corner one. Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah, and then just at the end, he out-muscled a guy who probably weighs a ton. The way he
right. Those are big-time toughness plays. Just the ball's up in the air. It's a 50-50 ball, and just go get it, and that's what he did. So, and that, when you're trying to win a game, a playoff game, they're hard to win, and you got to make plays like that. So I think your defense, your toughness, your teamwork, that's paramount in a playoff game.
Can you say enough about Jalen in terms of down the stretch? You guys come back from down 20, and then it's a game down the stretch, and it just seems like there's no doubt that in these clutch moments he's going to come through.
Yeah, and it's obviously the obvious is his shot making ability, but it's also his teammates working with him to create advantages, and so understanding what the coverage is, what they're trying to get away from, and then to try to create those advantages. It's everyone working together, and then also trusting the pass when the second and third defender come. Now we can play off of that. And so if there's 2 or 3 guys on them, you just spray it out, and then we can get a good look. And oftentimes, if we don't make that, we get the offensive rebound on it.
With Deuce, I mean, that was probably his best game in the playoffs so far. What allowed him to get going?
Yeah, just playing, keeping it simple. Like not overthinking, not forcing things. Read the game. The game tells you what to do. Play to your strengths. Cover up your weaknesses. And when he does that, he's terrific.
How valuable is when you guys are down 20? It seemed like Josh was the one guy who was getting every rebound and second chance for just the energy he gave you there.
Yeah, and the same thing. It's it's not only the rebound, but then to get us to play with pace, to get us up the floor quickly, and then to try to generate some open looks off of that. And we want to attack rim first and then find open threes. And it allowed us to play faster. And so I think that's another area we can do better in.
Tom, you come in believing that you can win this game against a team that did well against you during the season. How much does it change, and how much does it give your guys to now know that they can do it, know that they can come back from what they came back from, and that the game plan is going to work?
Yeah, and again, I think the biggest challenge in the playoffs are dealing with the emotions of the playoffs. And so if you feel too good about yourself, you won't be ready for game 2. So it's one win, and then tomorrow we have to reset and get ready for game 2. And that's all, don't play the series, play the game. What do we have to do to win game 2? And that's where the focus needs to lie. And so I think that's important for us.
Thanks, Greg.
Yep.
For both of you guys, obviously they were able to get out to a 20-point lead, but it feels like you guys were able to turn up the intensity and kind of show off that resiliency you guys have shown all year. What were kind of those conversations like as they were taking off and prepping for what you guys were able to do in the end?
Told each other just keep believing and just keep fighting, sticking together, and keep chipping away. It wasn't going to be a 20-point shot where you can just come back. We just had to keep chipping away possession by possession, and then just find a way to keep getting stops and making plays on offensive one as well.
Jalen, how about what OG did in the when you guys were down 20 and what he was able to do there to lift you guys back up?
Yeah, it definitely sparked us, and just the way he's been playing, not just in the postseason but all year. And I mean, I have the utmost confidence in him every time he's up on the floor on both sides of the ball. So it's what we expect.
Jalen, there are 40 predicts from ESPN's experts. All of them say you're not winning tonight. Like after this game, you got any message for them?
No.
I guess for either of you guys, how important was Mikal, particularly down the stretch, both sides?
I mean, he got big stops. He made big time shots. He just stayed with it, kept playing hard, and you saw the results.
Jalen, when that shot doesn't go down at the end of regulation, you look like you were kind of incredulous. But how do you guys get in the huddle and for overtime kind of just regroup?
Yeah, I feel like we still had momentum at that point. Obviously, wasn't the result, but that we wanted. But we had another 5 minutes to go out there and compete, and we went out there as a team and did that. Just thankfully I had my teammates because, overtime I wasn't at my best, but my teammates have my back, and I'm very thankful for that.
OG, I got two for you real quick. Just number one, the season series, Tatum averaged over 30. Just what did you see tonight that allowed you to kind of have your impact on the defensive end?
Just force him into difficult shots. You know, he's a great player, and he's going to make some tough ones. Just try to make him as uncomfortable as possible, and yeah, see if he makes the shot. Just make it as difficult as possible.
And then on the offensive end, just at what point did you know that you had it going? Because it looked like every time that you got into attack mode, you made them pay.
I mean, I felt like I had it going early. You know, just trying to hunt for shots, get on transition, run, and just be aggressive and make the right play, whether it's passing it or shooting it.
OG, you have championship experience, a lot of playoff experience, but you had your playoff experience taken away from you by, injury last year. How much did the championship experience and what happened last year really forge you into this sort of moment here against the defending NBA champion?
I mean, I think, I played against great teams in the past, and we all have experience. You know, Jalen's been in the conference finals, Mikal and Cam been in the finals, Kat's been in the West Conference finals, so I think collectively we're all experienced group, and shows like in moments like this, like in tough games, we're resilient.
Boston, 15 of 60 from beyond the arc. I guess what was working for you guys? Obviously, they missed some open looks, but I guess schematically, what was working for you guys to get out and challenge?
You want it?
I mean, they still got a lot of threes up, so it's on us to limit their attempts. But I think for the most part, we made them tough. They had a lot of easy looks that we were thankful that they missed, but we got to continue to make it tough, and you just don't know when they're going to be able to knock them down, because they also, I think, at the beginning of the year, almost had a record on us shooting 63s. So I mean, we got to be better at that aspect and not let them shoot as much, and not let them get open shots up.
You guys did a lot of switching tonight, and it felt like at the end it really wore on them. Everybody kind of defended one-on-one for both of you. How much of that game plan is coming in as a collaboration with Tibbs and let's try this? These are things that we think we can work on, or how much is it the coaching staff coming to you guys with this game plan and thinking just something different to try for this group?
I think it's a mix of both. The coaches coming to us, and then the players also taking the challenge and wanting to guard, wanting to get stops. Just taking pride in playing defense. I think we all did it tonight, and we can get even better.
After the way the regular season series went, how much did tonight kind of provide a blueprint for what it takes to beat this team going forward?
Yeah, we got to play defense collectively, and offensively, we got to get the best shot possible. Trust each other on both sides of the ball, and make sure we're sticking together. I don't think there is a blueprint to say, but I think as long as we stick together, I mean, anything is possible.
And Tibbs kind of talked about emotions being one of the most difficult things to manage during the postseason. How do you kind of flush this, as good as it was, and move on to the next one?
Tonight, we all go back, we eat dinner together, and I'll wake up tomorrow and it's a brand new day. Now, game 2 is 0-0. Got to go out there and do the same thing. That's just our mindset. We got to flush this as quick as possible.
Jalen, did it feel fitting that Bridges made the play that he did at the end of the game, given the game that he had, and kind of the way that you guys kind of snatched that game back, given the way it was?
I mean, you can say that, but I think what's most important is that we're out there together, and we're going to fight for each other every possession. And no matter how the game starts or finishes, we're going to be there together. And I think that's how we want it too. We just want to stick together through all the nonsense, through all the BS that goes on, and good and bad, we're going to be together.
Jalen, or actually either one of you, when you guys are down 20, how much is Josh's? It seems like his energy really carried you guys a little bit there. How much does that help you when things aren't going well?
I mean, that's just who he is. He's going to find a way to run around and do things. The way he brings energy night in and night out, and it's contagious. And so when he does that, and I think he helps us become a better team, and we feed off his energy, and then it propelled us to come back down 20.
Jalen, seems like new night, same question, but down the stretch, clutch moments, you come through for your team with obviously the exception of the floater that.
So not clutch enough.
I mean, got the win at the end of the day. Just in those moments, just where does your mind go? How are you able to put your team on your back consistently when the game is on the line?
It's not about putting the team on my back. It's just I have confidence in them. They have confidence in me, and we're going to go out there. We're going to compete. We're going to find the best way to attack each possession. And so, yeah, it may look like I get the credit, but it's a credit to them. It's not just me.
Jalen, especially when OG is going like that defensively, he can be so quick getting out in transition. Mm-hmm. As often the guy who receives the outlet pass, where are you looking for him when you guys are getting stops and you're getting out running, however you get the stop? Where are you looking for him? What's your process like there?
Always looking ahead, and me and OG always lock eyes and see where we can attack offensively, whether it's in transition, whether it's in the half court. He always finds the seam to be open. And so when he's open, I know he's going to knock it down. And so that's just the chemistry we've had since we've been together, and it's only going to get better.
Do you feel like it's in a different place now?
I'm pretty sure Derek said one last question.